Welcome back to Finnegan's Farm, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and welcome back to our Workshop Wednesday. My name is Paul, and this is our team.
Hello, I'm Marco, I love to weld. This is Bruce, this is Blake, them is two best to do.
Hello, I'm Mick and I'm the mechanic.
Hello, I'm Caleb Russell, I'm the other mechanic. Hello, I'm Sean, I'm the new apprentice mechanic.
Don't forget to like, subscribe to the videos and comment what you want. Just put it in the comments list and we'll get back. So, in for repair today we have our John Deere 6930, we have our FG Wilson generator, an update there on the 3040, and we also have our Conskilde cultivator which we are currently restoring. So first of all, we're going to head over to Caleb there with the 6930.
So here we are now with our 6930. Now, it was only the other day one of the drivers was moving cattle with it, and unfortunately it had started to overheat. Now I came out to the tractor just to see what was the story with it, and the end of the cap for the leak off pipe was broke off of it. So there was water spewing out of it, so I thought, right, maybe just because of the fitting was off it was leaking down. So right, we'll try and get the tractor back to the yard. There's only about 2 miles up the road, and within about 200 or 300 yards it started to get hot again. So then we started to look and started to think what was actually wrong. So the first thing I done was I came round to this side of the tractor, and our water pump is fitted just here. Now the bottom radiator hose, which is out of the water pump, was stone cold. And now when I had compared it to the top one, it was red hot. So there was no circulation in the water. So when we looked into it further, and Sean had removed our water pump, this here is our little plastic impeller, and of course it was broke up. Now, so Sean fitted a new water pump. I think the pump's about 300 and something euros. Not cheap, but it has to be done. So Sean, what sort of work is involved in?
Well, you have 2 pipes here, take that one off, and you have a ring of bolts around it. Just take it off, and then you fit a new, there's a wee bracket inside, steel bracket.
Yeah.
And then there's also the wee seal as well, so
yeah,
simple enough, so
well, it's quite a fiddly job with John Deere found their push-in pipes. So there's one from the top and one from the side, and trying to get them pipes in and line up all the bolts, not just easy as a job, probably wasted a couple of hours trying to get it set up, but look, once you do one, you'll know for the next one. And this tractor now is 12 or 13,000 hours, so it's done a nice bit of work by here on the farm. It does the stone in the springtime, and then it's on sprout gear and whatnot then after that. And look, it doesn't do a whole pile of hours, but it's important to have it right, so we'll get it all set up. You're going through the full service on the machine now. It's done 500 hours since March, so it's good to keep record of everything like that. So do a full service and everything like that, and we'll have it ready for the springtime so she can set up over the winter. So that's about the height of it on a 6930.
Over here where our Conskilde cultivator hasn't worked in the last 10 years, I'd say. It was sitting up there in the yard and wasn't really doing too much, so we decided to bring it down, maybe to give it a bit of TLC and a little bit of a restoration on it. So as you can see, it's still it's a 4 meter manual fold on it here on the wings for lifting up and down, so we'll probably replace that and put 2 new hydraulic rams for lifting that up and down. Now the headstock, or the airframe here on the front, is a little bit light as well. Marco has taken it off, and he has some plan for that anyway, just to maybe strengthen it up, because it is a little bit light and it just needs to be strengthened up a bit. Now the other thing here is the springs on it, where these are all bolted on and we're going to give them a little bit of paint as well, but unfortunately every bolt that was on was completely seized, and as you can see there on the ground, he just got the gas bottles and cut them off it. But these are still very popular. They're a Vibroflex, I think is the name of the spring that's on it, and just still a very handy machine to have around the farmyard, even for just doing up headlands or a little bit of stubble cultivation. Now, we don't know exactly what happened to these, but these are the support bars. We reckon that has been lifted a few times with a pallet's forks and maybe bent them there, because there's only a bit of tubing that's in it. So Mark will have a bit of a job. Well, he won't straighten that, but he probably already knew a new bit of tubing on it, cut the ends off and make them. So that'll be it. We'll keep you updated as we go along. It's just once we clean down, primed and sprayed up, and we need a few new springs as well, because as you can see here, these are some of the ones that actually broke off it, and we're missing a few as well. Now they will over time just get a little bit
So here we are now at our Wilson generator, and Mick has been doing a bit of investigating as to our issue. So what's the issue, Mick?
The issue is it's putting diesel into the engine oil. Right? You've drained 20 odd litres off this, haven't you? And as you can see, it's slightly above the full mark again. But that was drained 2 days ago or whatever.
Yeah, and I would have brought it down to the minimum level. So.
But it's pumping diesel into the sump. There's only 2 places that we're aware of that can happen around the other side. Those 2 places are injectors, the seals on the injector and the common rail. I have them over on the bench, we'll show you those in a second. The other possibility is the high pressure pump here, that the front seal could be gone, but the only way we can test that is to take the pump off, get it sent away and get a pressure tested.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing with diesel in engine oil is once it's leaking, it generally will leave it fairly clean around.
Yeah, but we're not getting anything obvious, and the O-rings are looking perfect, so I don't think, I'm dubious of the stairboat.
Yeah.
We'll have a go there. That's the easier one to do for starters, like you take the pump off and send it away. So
yeah, we'll have no generator for a long period of time. So look, it's a bit unfortunate to be back in at it again, but anyway, hopefully we'll be at the end of it.
Well, over here,
we'll run through the actual injector itself and the different bits of it.
I've taken the old O-rings off, which look okay, there's nothing obvious. As far as I know, that's the fuel rail there. The rail is, you have a line running through, right through the cylinder head. That's feeding high pressure, probably, I'm guessing up around 2000 bar.
Yeah.
Very, very high pressure. And I'm replacing these O-rings here. This is the lower one, which is unlikely because the fuel has to be coming past this O-ring up to the top, assuming it's the injector that's leaking. Yeah. Into the rock cover, down the pushrod rail tubes, and into the sump.
If this seal was leaking, we'd be consuming. It wouldn't be.
I don't think it will get past the compression seal here.
Okay.
If it does, it will probably carbon up, like the Land Cruisers used to do.
Yeah, yeah. So we know for a fact that when we're in here, if anything, it's going to be this one.
I would expect so.
Yeah, yeah. And look,
I can't. It's very hard to see down in the bore in the cylinder, but I can't see this far down to see is there anything here.
Yes.
But none of the O-rings have any marks at all. Just put the backing ring on that and that'll leave this one.
Because on the last generator we had done, it was fairly obvious that the O-rings were actually
they're actually there from the previous one. Now this one had 10,000 hours and you can see they're fairly... Will I put light on that, would it help?
Yeah, the inside of them is well baked. And look, if they were...
Like they're brittle, gone very hard. Go on.
Like if they were a rubber O-ring, they'd be going hard and they'll lose their shape just like that. But
yeah. Well, that's where the backing ring is. It V's up a little bit like that.
Yeah, so that just happens.
But that one is fairly hairy looking.
So just at the ends of our backing rings is where the O-rings will get pushed into, and it's leaving them wee grooves in them. Now the O-rings will just have to take them out.
Yeah, they've only done 100 odd hours.
There's no point in thinking about that.
No, there's a little or no mark on them from that.
So. Right, sure, look, hopefully we might have a bit of a result, but we might think otherwise, but anyway, hopefully we'll...
Well, if not, I think it's injection pump off and get that tested.
Yeah, so that's it.
these connections where these sit into, it was actually tied with a little bit of baling twine, so a bit of a telltale sign there. What actually went on in its former life had been tied to it here just to keep this connected. So Mick actually took this off, took the circuit board off, and a lot of the pins there where the connections go onto it were all cracked. So he soldered them on. You just see him doing it there in the video. Soldered them on, and we just popped them back on there now, and it's starting perfect. So that's all. Another small job we have, well, we're not sure if it's a small job, but it's a job that was left here on the bench. Seems to be some sort of a shaft on here.
Yeah. Either a coupler or the gearbox itself is gone. There's a T gearbox in there. The drive comes in from here, from the hydraulic motor, in that way and that way. Now one of them is driving, then it continues. There's worm, what do you call it? Worm, or not worm, crown wheel and pinion type gears.
Oh, crown wheel and pinion, yeah.
In, down, 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 and up. That's for pulling the leaves off. That goes the opposite way when it's drawn in the stock.
So it's sitting on the front of the Tumoba on the
handy
square
harvester. There's only a couple of bolts.
Yeah, a couple of bolts, but I mean, it's obviously
not much use the way it is.
No, so we need to get that stripped down and see what's going on in there. Hopefully nothing too serious.
Because those gearboxes, I think, are 200 a piece.
Yeah. Anyway.
You didn't want to hear that?
No.
It may as well be a big teddy bear.
So the answer to last week's Micks mystery tool was in fact a thread restorer, and yes, we had a lot of correct answers, but the first three answers to come in were from Seamus Power, Damon O'Shea and Brian Clark. So well done lads there for getting in first in there with them, the correct answer. As we say, we had a lot of correct answers. Mick now is probably just going to show exactly, demonstrate how it works and what it's used for.
This was on a video a good while back.
Yeah.
And in fairness, a lot of people must have been watching because a hell of a lot of people got it right.
Yeah, there's a lot of
that
people.
one there does 6 to 19 millimeter thread, any pitch. That one there does 16 to 38. That one's a gift on the potato harvest now on the shafts.
Yeah, for a real proper
out in the field job, you're never going to have the amount of dies and taps that you need.
Yeah.
That is a magic. Just to show you how it works, put this on here. I've given that a whack of a hammer. You see the thread damage there. Put this on here. Get it up on top. Tight. Turn.
As you turn it now, it's going to start cleaning all the threads.
Yeah, it won't clear obviously to the flat, but it will clean the thread and the nut will go onto it.
Yes. Which is the most important.
Oh yeah. Particularly on big shafts, okay, but the likes of this we have taps and dies for M8s and all that.
Yeah. Well look, it's not the end of the world on a bolt or anything like that, but something that is crucial to restore the threads on the end of the shaft and the likes of that.
Like that one there, I originally got for an Ivor Williams trailer that was dragged.
Yeah.
Like I got that, I didn't tell Paul at the time, it was €180.
He knows
now, he knows now. That's me in trouble. There we are, good thread. Off we go.
Have a look, it was well worth the €180 on it, because I know
the amount of times we've used that.
So this week on Mick's mystery tool, what do we have here?
It's a special tool for a particular job. It was multi-uses as it turned out. I found out on Saturday. I even forgot I had it.
Yeah.
Have it a long time, as Paul's be slagging me about the age of my tools. It is fairly old, but some people will be familiar. We'll see. We'll move it a little bit closer there.
And is there any hints at all for any of the viewers? Not one, just stick to the good ways.
We stick to the routine.
That's the job. We'll see who really knows their stuff about this particular
Don't be giving away now.
thing. So that's about
special tool, special tool.
Special tool.
So that's it for this week's Workshop Wednesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the videos there. You will get a notification and it is free. So for everyone here at Finnegan's Farm, we'll talk to you all next Wednesday.